Hey guys, this is Peter and I am coming to you from Hong Kong, and check out this view from my hotel room. It is a beautiful view of the city skyline at night. And I am on the 18th floor, but what I'm here to tell you about today is actually how I'm working with a sponsor, which is Ugreen. And Ugreen, I spoke to my friends at Ugreen and I said I was going to go on a very long trip. And a long trip means I'm going to be packing a lot of my gadgets, a lot of my stuff, including a MacBook Pro, the 14-inch version, the M3 Max chip inside, and that is a power-hungry laptop. To power these kind of things up, well, here's what we need. We need a power brick, and this power brick here, well, it's not actually a power brick. This is a charging dock, a charging station. Now, if you can see from what is written here, this is a 300-watt charging station. It is huge, it is bulky, but it powers everything that I've been wanting to power on this trip. Now, I brought an iPad Air along, I brought my MacBook Pro along, I brought a number of cameras, I brought all my headsets, and of course I have to power my phone as well, right? Now, this has how many ports? Let's look at it. There are 4 ports, 4 USB-C ports in the front, and there's 1 USB-A port from the front as well. So if you have an older device that requires a USB-A output, then this is it, right? This USB-A output, 22.5 watts of power. But how does it come up to 300 watts? Well, it supports PD 3.2, and PD 3.2 here, the first port on this charger, outputs 145 watts of power. So if you're trying to power your MacBook Pro using the MagSafe 3 cable, it does output at 145 watts. And the second and the third USB-C port actually outputs at 100 watts each as well. If you use all the first 3 ports, yes, you are going to be able to output 100 watts from each of those ports for a combination of 100 times 3, which is 300 watts. Now, if you are going to connect everything up, yeah, of course, not all the ports will deliver 100 watts, but you can be sure that you won't be actually charging so many devices at full power all the time. This unit has been charging my laptop, my workstation, and well, actually I am working from the hotel room as well. At the same time, powering everything, charging all my devices, camera, everything overnight. It's really all-in-one. Now, the power cable that comes with the Ugreen 300-watt charger is actually a very thick, well-made rubberized cable, and it stretches maybe about 2 meters long, so not a problem. It's a 3-pin that goes in at the back of it. So what I really love about this unit is the power delivery, is the output of this charging station. You just need one of this on your trip. Yeah, granted, it is big and it is quite heavy and bulky, but it powers almost everything else. And if you were to use one of the cables from Ugreen, well, they make a variety of cables, and this is what they have sent as well. It is a 1 meter, they have a 0.5 meter, they have a longer version at 2 meters as well. And this is a USB-C to USB-C, very nice cable, and it is braided, right? No kinks throughout the whole entire stretch. It powers everything that I need to power. Now, the other thing that I have, this is a iPhone 15. The iPhone 15 requires USB-C, no longer Lightning, but well, Ugreen does have USB-C to Lightning connectors as well. And the Ugreen 300-watt charger charges the phone as well as the laptop at the same time, and my iPad Air at the same time without any issues. And if you wanted to charge your earphones, your wireless headphones, it just charges everything. And it charges my power bank, which I've talked about in maybe this part of the video next. Okay, so now I am out and about, and what happens if you do not have enough battery on your mobile device and you are dependent on it? Like right now, if you take a look at what is out there, there is a whole mountain there. We are on Lantau Island. This is in Hong Kong. And that goes up, there's a cable car up there. I mean, of course, you know, you're not going to get worried that you're out of battery or out of connectivity, because that place is shit crowded. Quite a lot of people inside there. But if you do want to ensure that you're being charged up all the time, you could carry a power bank with you. And this is a generic 5,000 milliamp or 10,000 milliamp hour battery bank. This is from Energizer. It has 1 output and 2 USB-A output, which I don't really use nowadays because this is an iPhone 15 and it's a USB-C side, On the other end, you use a USB-C. Now, I've talked about this Ugreen power banks, and Ugreen has been really kind to send 2 power banks. So the first I'm going to talk about is this rather portable one. This portable one actually has a USB-C in-out, right? So when you plug into the USB-C in-out right here, it starts charging the phone right away. And on this end, you can plug in any other devices, including this mic that I'm wearing from DJI. This is a DJI Mic 2, which is coupled with the Pocket 3 from DJI, which again, this will also charge the Pocket 3. Now, one of the other functionality that I have to talk about for this charger is the MagSafe, right? I am using a non-MagSafe case. This iPhone 15 Pro is on the non-MagSafe casing, and you know, because of that, the connection, the magnetic adhesiveness is not going to be as strong. But with this power bank, it actually holds up still pretty well, right? And there is a kickstand right at the back where you can place either horizontally or vertically, so you can consume your media while you are having a lunch, like what a lot of people I see do nowadays. I mean, if you are lunching alone, why not, right? So the MagSafe actually works. You just click it on and it will start charging the phone on its own. So very convenient, very light, 10,000 milliamp hour battery life. The next one I have right up here is a Ugreen power bank. This is a monstrous power bank. Maybe I just put the specs right up here because I can't remember what is the capacity of this, but it says here 145 watts. So that's 145 watts of charging power. Now this is actually capable of putting out enough power to charge a MacBook Pro, right? So if you have one of those MacBook Pros, which will output 145 watts over the MagSafe 3 connection, this will actually charge your laptop. It is really hefty, very powerful. No MagSafe wireless charging, but it will power your laptop. And for phones, it will power your phone a few times over. When my son was out hiking up on the peak, I actually insisted that he brought this power bank along. So thank you, Ugreen. I think you possibly could have saved my son's life if anything happens. You will not run out of battery life from this. Okay, so maybe let's get back to the room, or let's get back to the studio. I don't know where I'll be. Sorry if this video is coming a little bit late because, well, it's been hectic. Traveling is hectic. I'll see you back in the studio. Okay, so now we are back to the hotel room, and I kept using the word studio, but I'm no longer in Singapore. I don't have access to my studio, and this is my room at night, and I just wanted to share with you this particular view here, which I find fantastic. And you know, I can sleep to this view. I can wake up to, well, when I wake up, it's no longer disturbed, but yeah, you get what I mean, right? This is what you can see. Really fantastic view. I had the curtains drawn up so as not to reflect the rest of the room. But, well, what I want to share with you next is this. This is also a charger station, right? Now, what is special about this charger is that, let me just talk about the ports here. There are 2 USB-C port and 1 USB-A port. So as compared to the 300 watt version of this with 4 USB-C ports, this is going to be slightly less ports. But really, what makes this stand apart is here. Look at this part here. Now it opens and swivels up. There is actually a wireless charger that is built into the unit itself, which will hold your phone. So if your phone is capable of nightstand mode, this is what you can get. You can place it horizontally, vertically or horizontally, and it holds. And bear in mind, I'm not even using a MagSafe compatible case. So this casing here has no MagSafe magnet ring, and yet it is able to hold the phone pretty well. I actually tried to charge my AirPods Pro. Yeah, I've been bringing a lot of devices on this at the same time, and yep, no problem. It holds and it charges. Now you can actually angle it at various angles, right? If you want to use it as a nightstand, you prop it up, it goes up to about maybe 60 degrees and it keeps me company at night. And I can see the calendar if I want to, or it will dim according to the room lightings. I don't sleep with any lights on, and it will change to a very low light mode, which is red in color. It doesn't disturb your sleep at all. Well, That is the function of the iPhone, not the charger station here. But this charger station is capable of putting out 100 watts of power through the USB-C port. So yes, it will still charge your MacBooks and your laptops, whatever you have, at up to 100 watts, which is by no means slow, right? It's just that if you're using the MagSafe cable for your MacBook Pro, you won't charge at a PD 3.2 at 145 watts. So that's it. While it does lose out 2 USB-C ports, it makes up for it because it has this. So you don't have to use one more cable to power your iPhones. I think from the 12 onwards, iPhone 12, or maybe, iPhone 12 onwards, it has MagSafe already, and therefore you are able to use this to charge pretty well, right? And the magnet is actually fairly strong, even without a MagSafe compatible casing. So I hope that I have introduced this to well enough for you. I'm going to put a QR code here, which the friends at Ugreen have requested for, and I think it is very fair for them to do so. I don't actually get any monetary compensation out of this at all. I do get sent these devices for free, and I am actually enjoying the use of these devices. I can see myself bringing one of these on my trips, depending on the length of my trip. A short trip, I'll probably bring this smaller charger along. A slightly longer trip, I'll probably bring the slightly more powerful charger along. And if you were to actually ask me to choose, maybe I'll just go with this. It is slightly more convenient. Anyway, the QR codes, this smaller one with the MagSafe right at the top, this QR code, and the 300 watts version, I'll put it right here. And these two are the QR codes that you can scan independently to actually get connected. And I believe they are running some promotions, maybe the 12/12 or something. And if there are any of such promotion or discount codes that I can share with you guys, I'll put it down in the comment section, or maybe put it right up here on screen if they give it to me in time for the video. Right now, before I leave for this video, one parting shot, this particular stand here. Now, I don't know whether you can make it out. The lighting is not great here, but the construction, there is some plated metal here. It's just really, really smooth, really well constructed, very, very smooth swiveling action. I really like this charger. I don't know about you. If you are looking for something, maybe you should consider one of this, either the 100 watt version with the wireless charger, or you could consider the very, very powerful 300 watts charging station from Ugreen. So thank you, Ugreen, once again for making this business trip or this leisure trip such a pleasure for me. I hope to see you guys again soon in my next video when I'm back in Singapore.